So in Tennessee, it was a state judge, not a federal judge. And that judge held that the governor does not have unilateral authority to send in the guard for this kind of purpose, that the legislature needs to play a role here and that the legislature has to approve the action as well. So that was I was surprised by the decision. I read the laws. It made sense to me. I'm not an expert on Tennessee statutes, but that was a sort of like separation of powers within the Tennessee government, that the governor can't just wing this on his own, that the legislature needs to step in
Because
as
in
well.
California, I think Governor Newsom can call in the National Guard. He doesn't have to consult with the legislature in
That's right.
California to do that.
That's right. And the governor is typically the commander in chief of his state's National Guard until the president chooses to come in and override him. So yeah, we'll see if that decision holds up at the Tennessee Supreme Court. I'm kind of skeptical. But you're right that the usual rule is that the governor is in control. But yeah, so we're waiting to see what the Supreme Court says. And so the Supreme Court has to decide, is it really chaos in Portland and Chicago? And then the Supreme Court also has to decide, what does it mean for the president not to be able to enforce the law with regular forces? Does that mean that he tried to use federal agents like ICE and CBP and federal marshals? Does it mean that he tried to send in the military? That's an argument that the Supreme Court actually expressed a lot of interest in, that he has to send in the regular army before he can send in the National Guard. It's all really kind of untested terrain, untested territory, but we're due for a decision very soon, probably before Thanksgiving.